Developing this morning, new concerns over airport safety after a person was hit by a plane on the runway at Denver International Airport over the weekend.
Passengers are describing the moments they knew something went wrong during takeoff.
It was like boom, and then you see the flames come, and then the smoke comes, and it's just horrible. It was chaos. The flames were still like that, and it was like, everybody calm down, calm down. What do you mean calm down? The plane's on fire.
Correspondent Gio Benitez, he's joining us live now as this investigation begins. Gio, walk us through what we know so far about what happened.
Oh, Matt and Dia, this was a real tragedy, and it really boggles the mind. You don't understand why exactly this happened, because we're talking about an incident that happened over a mile away from the nearest terminal there at Denver, and this was right on the runway, and this person, this man, was just standing there. He had somehow breached the perimeter fence and ended up right there. Now, we know that he was not an airport employee, so they're actually still trying to identify who this man actually was, but basically, when he breached that perimeter fence and ended up on the runway, just 2 minutes later, that Frontier Airlines plane came down, and that's when it hit the man, and he was killed. And it's just so tragic. It's so incredibly dangerous for anyone to be on an active runway, and so that's really going to be a central focus of this investigation. The Denver Airport CEO is basically saying they're still trying to gather all the information. They know that this has serious questions, and they're trying to understand exactly what happened here, but thankfully, the pilots of that plane immediately stopped that takeoff, and they were able to get those passengers off safely. Some actually did have to go to the hospital, but thankfully everyone on the plane is okay.
You know, Gio, you kind of, let's say, precluded what we were about to ask you about what authorities are going to be focused on in this investigation. First, how the man was able to get on the runway in the first place, but where do we go from here?
So that's absolutely critical, Dia, because we need to know exactly what happened here. Did he somehow walk through a part of the fence that was opened, or there was a hole through it, or did he jump the fence? I mean, these are all big, important questions that we need to figure out here, because nobody should be standing on an active runway for sure. So we're going to talk about that coming up on Good Morning America.
All right, ABC's Gio Benitez, thank you so much for being with us this morning.